All right, guys, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. Liberal, leftist women aren't very smart. They are not very smart. Maybe they actually watch too much MSNBC. But guys, you guys are not going to believe this, man. What these leftist women are doing because Trump won the election. Guys, they're actually sterilizing themselves because Trump won the election. I mean, guys, I got to say, man, there will never, ever, ever be another Trump in my lifetime. Because one thing that Trump has done, he has broken the left, man, like no one else we've seen in our lifetime. I mean, these women are out there sterilizing themselves. Now, maybe one day you actually want kids, right? But these leftist women are just nutty. They've lost their minds, folks. I don't believe they can actually get it back. And you know what? If they actually do have men, this is probably actually single women, by the way, for the most part. Because we definitely do know there's some soy boys out there that have women, and they're probably going to get vasectomies because Trump won. I highly suggest any man that does that to actually get their head examined, because this is lunacy. Look here, guys. Women are getting sterilized after Donald Trump's victory. Only option. Now, of course, they're talking about abortion. Even though, guys, abortion has not been banned on national level. For the most part, I mean, if you're in a leftist state like California, boy, you can abort your babies 3 times a day over there. No questions asked. But if you're going to get sterilized, hey, at least you won't be aborting babies, right? But I still think this is crazy, though. I really do. Because of an election, you're going to sterilize yourself? Think about how crazy that is. Look at this right here. It's not a procedure you expect a 28-year-old to be planning. Now, 28-year-old woman, that is the perfect age to actually be getting pregnant and having babies. But anyway, but for Lydia Eccles from Texas having her fallopian tubes removed, she's actually having them removed, folks, is the price she's willing to pay to ensure her reproductive rights. Newsweek spoke to 5 women who have either undergone sterilization procedures or plan to in the wake of President-elect Trump's victory on November 5th. They all expressed fear their reproductive choices will be taken from them under Trump's administration. Wow. Nobody is stopping you at all. For one thing, why don't you do this? If you don't want kids, keep your legs closed. How about this? How about staying abstinent until marriage? Simple solution. But no, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. This is what Eccles said. Quote, if I am to be denied my rights in the next 4 years or more, I will not give them up without a fight. That is crazy. I mean, nobody is taking away your reproductive rights. None. If you don't want to have a baby, keep your legs closed. Just that simple. Now you're actually going to get your fallopian tubes removed. That's going to make you sterile for the rest of your life. Goes on here, says last week, a 39-year-old from Washington State who did not want to be named underwent a bilateral salpingectomy. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correct, in which her fallopian tubes were removed. Quote, I am not happy that I felt forced into surgery. Nobody forced you into surgery. That's her words right there. I did not want to alter my body. I feel like the election tied my hands and forced me to be sterilized. That is horrible, she told Newsweek. The issue of abortion and reproductive rights was a major one in this year's election. No, it wasn't, because it wasn't even the top 5 issue. It wasn't. Trump, who took credit for the Supreme Court's overturning of Roe versus Wade in 2022, removing the constitutional right to an abortion in the country, has repeatedly said that his position is to let the states decide their own abortion laws. Yeah. And there was never, ever, ever a constitutional right to an abortion. It was never found in the Constitution. But a left-wing Supreme Court decided, you know what? Let's make it the law of the land. And the Supreme Court is not supposed to be legislating from the bench. That is the act of Congress. They're supposed to be doing that, man. But these people, man, are just out of their minds. Why would you actually go out there and sterilize yourself? Something's telling me, man, especially, the young women that's doing this, they're going to regret that. Because one day they may actually want to have babies. But they're so blinded by Trump derangement, man. I mean, that's their brain on MSNBC. This is nutty. This is absolutely crazy, man. I cannot believe this. But this is the left, man. And the left is loving this, I'm pretty sure. Look at this right here. The woman from Washington has not told those close to her that she was sterilized. Since she was a child, she has known she doesn't want children. She and her husband, who had a vasectomy in 2021, he did it. Both felt they had experienced too much trauma as children themselves to be parents they wanted to be the parents they wanted to be. She has also struggled with multiple health issues, including polycystic ovary syndrome, which made pregnancy risky for her. I mean, but still, man, you're sterilizing yourself over Trump. You're sterilizing yourself over Trump. These people, man, are really, really out of their minds. Morgan Wood, 24, who lives in Georgia and has also never wanted children, had considered sterilization for the serious gynecologic issues she has struggled with since middle school. Her experience with medical professionals for these issues left her with a pretty deep distrust of doctors and weary about the prospect of health care throughout a pregnancy. Quote, I felt pretty certain that my body could not handle a pregnancy, even if I did have some huge chance of changing mind and want kids. And after these experiences, Wood said, up until Trump's victory, Wood had thought she would deal with the question of whether to get sterilized when she was older. She thought she could start asking doctors about sterilization when she turns 27, when it will be time to get her IUD removed. How old is she? She's 24. 24. Folks, these people are left-wing lunatics, man. Left-wing lunatics. Like I said, man, we're never going to see a president like Trump again, man. Because the left is just completely nuts. They are completely nuts. Doing this to their bodies, man. And it definitely seems like it's going to be irreversible, man. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.